Hello and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel. I hope you're ready because I have a few things planned for today. Different than usual, I know. And I hope you are ready to enjoy some games because first off, we're going to be playing some Palworld. Then, when he's here, we're going to collab with Ryu no Kage 33 and get back to Yugimon Slifer Red Edition. That's right. The collab will continue. This is not a permanent interruption. This is, in fact, an entire new game. And one that, while I haven't played a lot of, I have been enjoying. So, I hope you enjoy it as well. I'm also in my Discord chat. So, there's the possibility of people dropping by. Keep that in mind. I have no idea what's going on with my laptop currently. It might be lagging. Hang on while I take a quick look at my own Discord channel, or my own Twitch channel. This is going to be awkward probably. It's actually not. Okay, it is doing fine. That is great. Okay. Alright, so that's in the works. Alright, now let's jump right into the game. No, into game. Okay. Alright, pocket pair. Starting a game. I'm trying to do something with some friends, but it's not following through as well. Alright, custom settings. We're gonna only drop our stuff. Drop all items except equipment. Yeah. No randomization. Raid events and everything. Yes. Alright. Here we go. Not sure why that was blank. Alright, so, character name. We'll worry about that at a different time. Now, we'll go with something close to what I'm going for with my entire setup. Why are your insides of your eyes? No, that's just okay. Yeah, this works fine. Let's take a look at some of these. I guess it's because of the background. Alright, This is fine. Hair. I didn't really think about the hair for myself. No. This, maybe. We'll put that as a maybe. This looks fine. Let's go with this. Face. Let's go with this one. And there's not a lot of customization, so...
Yeah!
And we're going to edit the name to just be Druid. Alright. Alright, let's start the game with these sets. Alright. Now I have something to do when collabs are slow and all that. The towers are the key. The tree holds the truth. All right, here we go. Oh, I definitely didn't set up my title and everything. So hold on while I take care of that real quick. Alright, category is going to be Palworld. And then there. That's good for now. Okay. Now then. I was wondering what to do when Ryu said he was going to be late, so I hadn't changed things up yet. Alright, so that's the way forward. But, having played this a little bit before, never very far, you want to go back in here, because there's usually a treasure chest and some other stuff in here. Yep, treasure chest. Depending on what you get in there, you can actually break the game. Sometimes there's a very powerful PAL sphere in there. And in my other one you had seen, I actually used that to catch a powerful PAL that spawned because I spawned in at night. Alright, acquired a tech point because we got the fast travel Now, gather wood. Boost any stat. We're going to boost carrying capacity first. Carrying capacity is important in these kinds of games. Then build a primitive workbench. Before that, we're going to actually go to a different spot because our primitive workbench will be being built at a very useful location for an early base. Also going to grab some berries. All right. Now you can punch the rocks and the trees to get materials if I stop lagging, but it's not very efficient. Okay. Okay. There it is. One of the better spots for an early base. Right down there. Okay. Let's grab... Seriously, why? Why is my laptop being like this today? These lags are not the fault of Palworld. Random leather spawn is huge. Okay. B. Crafting and repair. Build the crafting bench here. Actually, no. We're going to build it over here by the water. All right. We definitely need to get the pickaxe and axe first, then continue with the quest line. Alright, now, we're going to increase work speed. Then go to technology, PAL sphere, PAL box, campfire. Honestly, all of these are huge. You definitely need all of them. The bed, the straw PAL bed, and cloth is huge. Then we're also going to grab the old bow, but... Oh, we can get both? Okay, excellent. There. This should be your level 3 loadout. You might, if you're playing multiplayer, replace something with the repair kit and be the guy that fixes everything. But for now, obtain the palladium fragment, which is this right here, which is why I didn't pick it up yet. You can also get them from mining these specifically. Alright, oh, we don't have enough stone. That is a very easy fix. And that right there is another reason why this spot is a good one. These guys are powerful and good loggers. And since I'm playing Druid on here, then I'm just going to grab that. Not enough stamina, but as you can see, these are also quite powerful. They're level 15. We are not going to be able to catch them or beat them at this time, especially not without any pals of our own. Alright, capture any pal. We got a chicken right over here.
Yeah.
That we might be able to catch. There we go, we now have a chicken. And we got a level. Enhanced stats. Let's go with another work speed. We've doubled our work speed base. And we will grab the clothes, shield, feed box. Alright, place a PAL box is our next objective. Now, I don't know if we have enough palladium fragments for that. We do, but we don't have enough wood. Okay. Alright. I'm going to... Am I set to the highest graphics? Presets. Oh, no limit. Let's limit it. Lower grass details. Lower shadows. And lower texture quality. Alright, this should be smoother for my laptop. So, I might be overworking my laptop. First, however, we're going to set up something of a base. Not placed on ground, it says. Okay. Now we can build the PAL storage. Alright, before I put a PAL to work, I want to actually catch one that will work. These cat guys are actually some of the best early workers.
Yeah.
Alright. So you want to have a few of those early on. Alright. Okay. With that, you'll have somewhere to put stuff. In addition, we now have the eat any food objective, which is necessary to keep stuff alive anyway, so we have that. Now, let's go ahead and start storing our materials in here. And then sort this, then go over here, because we can not make this yet, but easy enough to get there. So let's get to work, make a bow and arrow, that way we have a reasonable weapon, and can go ahead and use that on the ones that will give us wool, so we can make cloth, so we can make the cloth outfit. Alright, we're getting a lot of wood, which is also going to help us build up this base. Alright. Good work. This is another reason why these guys are helpful early on. I have it so I don't pick up automatically when I'm full on stuff. Alright. Let's let our guy do that while we grab another one. We no longer have any pal spheres. Alright, let's get as many pal spheres as we can make, which isn't going to be a lot. It's going to be 2. Let's get some more of the ore first. Or the fragments. I'm going to need to make a torch. Oh, visitors at the base. Probably a merchant. This happens from time to time. Merchants will show up at your base and you can interact with them and everything. I can build a shoddy bed. Infrastructure. Oh, I don't have wool. Let's get that torch before it becomes a problem. All right. Now, for any more of them, I'm going to need more stone. Okay. And there's the merchant. If you have money, you can actually get stuff from him, but we don't have that much right now. Okay, pal spheres, as many as we can get. All right, 13 pal spheres. Alright, now then.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Wah. Yeah.
Okay, get them over here. Whether we actually beat them or manage to catch them, it's going to be helpful. Oh, that's ours. Okay. Yeah, there's a green health bar. Oh, I'm out of pal spheres. Okay, now you're up here. Alright. And they managed to get one wool from that. We are going to need more wool, but for now, let's make it the bed. Alright, so we have that, but the thing is, you need a roof over it to be able to actually use it. Doesn't need to have anything else, just a roof, which also works for building out this way. Alright, rest up. Wake up, and back to work. Alright, here we go. Alright, we can upgrade to the PAL box again, or the base again, so let's go ahead and do that. Build a feed box and a straw PAL bed. We need wood for it. We need more wood still for the feed box, which in and of itself is an important thing to have for your pals. And our axe is damaged. I knew this would happen. The stone axe is not exactly the most durable thing in existence, nor is the stone pickaxe. Hence this. We're also going to get some more pal spheres. Alright. Problem, we need more wood and stone for all of that. And yes, that's my pal. Let's just put another one into the area and start getting some wood. Alright. I would say this is going good. I will be separating the VOD on or before uploading them to YouTube. I think I'm gonna set up the Palworld one to be what goes live while I have my situation going on for the usual not going live, but I think I'm gonna set it up so that the YouTube show or so that the Palworld one shows up on YouTube when my Monday stream would show up. Since I can't have that happen due to things going on my end on Monday. All right. Let's see. It's almost halfway through the day, so let's get our... Well, we have the bed, so we don't have to worry about freezing right now. But I feel like... Well, let's go with Pal Spheres. Alright. We'll go with a work speed and a stamina boost. And then let's take a look at our technology. Berry farm is huge. We need to get that. The ranch is also huge, so we're grabbing that. The paraglider is something you need to have. Statue of Power, and the Pal Gear Workbench. For more of them, we need more stone. But for now, oh, we have a lot of stone right here. Alright, 12 more will give us a lot to work with. Now then, let's get some more wool. We can do this by defeating or capturing lamb balls. Capturing them is the easier or is the preferred option in that, well, there's a quest later on that has you need to capture at least 5 of them. Alright, that's 2 of them. We're going to want to grab this as well. These are scattered throughout the entire game and are almost necessary. Alright, that's 3. Okay. There we go. Now, if you're not playing this on an overstressed laptop while running OBS, you're probably going to have a much smoother situation going for you, because when I'm playing single player or even multiplayer, it is a lot smoother than this. There's a treasure chest over there. No, that's not a treasure chest. That's another pal. Okay. There's one that spawns up in that area, though, so maybe I'll check that out later. And yes, you will find the odd pal sphere laying around on the ground. Grab them if you can. That is running away from me. Okay. Let's craft as much cloth as we can. Hey, thank you for the follow! And then we can finally make clothes. Usually I'm doing a collab at this time, and we have the clothes. Alright. And there's that quest I was saying about. Capture 5 lamb balls. I need to capture 1 more. Ah, I did not mean to do that. That was 100% on me. Okay, let's go and catch the last lamb ball we need. There's one right there. Let's lower the graphics a bit more. I am very low. Okay, let's set it to that default. Okay, a restart is required to do some of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Alright, and we got a level up. Alright, there we go. Alright, and now our quest is to equip a common shield. So, let's go ahead and gather some stuff. I think the next stat upgrade should be our stamina. So let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. And then go over to technology. We can get the logging site, the stone pit. We don't need to get the sign. Could get the bat though. Might be helpful with some... no, we'll save off on any melee weapons. Alright, let's go ahead and drop some stuff off in here. There we go. We definitely need more rock, more stone. let's drop this stone off in here and see how much we have total currently. 140. For this time, that's not a bad amount. Alright. Biggest part is that our two pals will be gathering stone and paldium fragments from these. So let's get wood. Okay. Alright, I mean, I have it so that more than my maximum is not automatically picked up. And my pals will carry stuff to the chests as well. Oh, our axe is damaged again. Let's also repair our pickaxe while we're here. Now then, common shield. Let's have them make that while we gather more stuff. Actually, no. Should be good. Should be good gear-wise, or material-wise for the time being. Alright, and parachute. Make one of these. We still need to make a feed basket. Alright, now we're on the one for capturing any 30 pals. Then infrastructure, build some more beds. There. That's more than enough for the time being. And we're going to make a cook fire as well. Alright. Now, cook all these and allow these to be transported by the pals. We can now upgrade the PAL box, which upgrades the base. We'll be doing that shortly. Alright, got to level 8. I don't like setting out until at least level 11 because it's when you unlock some useful stuff. Build a berry plantation and deploy work pals to farm. Or pals to the base. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Congratulations, you're currently on the base.
Wah.
There we go. There we go for that. And we can let those guys handle the base for the time being. For us, let's upgrade stamina. No, let's upgrade carrying weight. And then check out technology for level 8. The crusher, poison bow, poison arrows, and some stuff. Nothing really important at this level. But before we head out, I almost forgot something. We don't have any arrows for our bow and arrow. Now, we should probably get more wood before we do that, though. I believe it is level 11 that you get one of my favorite weapons for early game. Like I said, I haven't played very much of it. In fact, that multiplayer character you caught a glimpse of before I made this guy, that's the highest I've ever gotten. So you can probably guess what. I kind of like the crossbow as a weapon. Okay, this should be more than enough to have a survivable amount of ammunition. For a bit. It's also going to give us a lot of experience as we finish them. Alright. We're finally going to be able to go exploring further and get some of the stuff that is, well, almost necessary, in my opinion. I know there are other islands. Okay. We're nearly a third of the way done with the arrows. But yeah, if you have a better setup than me, then you won't have lag, you'll have much better graphics and all that. Let's see. For Palworld, I think I should probably move some stuff around. But this is just a test run, and we will see if I keep this character and everything for the next time I do this. Alright, we have a different one of our minions over here helping us out. And they're leveling up. Alright, we're about 2/3 of the way done with this now. Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the ones we have already made. Alright, we have our bow and arrow.
What?
We can head out and we can do some exploring. Because as you explore, you get tech points from interacting with the waypoint shrines, or idols, or I forget what they're called. Ah, crap. That Firefox is a very useful one. That can use the ability Kindling, but one of the ones we really need to get are these guys. Alright, weakened enough. Not sure why that didn't... Alright. These guys are a huge help. They also provide berry seeds. Now then. The next thing we need is a pal that can water our plants. Then we'll build the berry plantation and have that be basically self-sufficient. There are a few you can go with for this. They're up there, aren't they? Oh, there you are. Well, he's gone. Alright, yeah, those blue penguin guys are a good option because they're also ice pals, which are very useful.
What?
What is with this lag? I should probably have my laptop turn itself off for a while, or turn my laptop off for a while. Okay. There we go. And I still have 258 arrows. Now, pals usually are not alone. And that is denoted by this one being mad at me for apparently no reason. It is in fact mad because I caught its friend. Alright. Let's get back to base and start working on that. Okay. We need wood and stone for the berry plantation. Now, my cat guys can work on the stone while I get some wood. All right. I think I should upgrade stamina again. Oh, because that puts me over the weight. I guess I'm gonna upgrade my weight capacity then. And still be over the limit. I will go ahead and build the berry plantations then. Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh, Ryu is actually live now. Okay. Alright, this is a great setup for early on. And upgrade the base again. Alright, the Statue of Power and everything is pretty important. I'm going to build it real quick. Another time. For now, this is going to be it. They're going to be making berries there, bringing them over to the feed bowl over there, and then they can eat. This is a self-sufficient stone gathering base at the moment. When I can have a pal that can do logging, I can actually take care of that. I can build it now. Oh boy. No, not that. Cancel that. It was facing the wrong way. There we go. Honestly, the sooner you can make this, the better. Because you can upgrade how easy it is for you to catch pals. And that's what those little green guys were for. Now I need to build another pal bed. And I might be able to build the workbench as well. Nope. But everything is good for this base at the moment. And yes, you can also work on the farms. The trust is a new thing. They added that since I was playing on Xbox. Alright. And that is where I'm going to call this. I'm going to go to collab chat and I'm going to try and invite Ryu in. I hope you had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to, wherever you're up to, however you're up to, whoever you're up to it with, and whyever you're up to it. Make sure to drop a follow here on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. No matter the site, no matter the time, hit that bell for notifications. And check out my Discord where I send out a go live notification and where you can vote on things like what game I play next, what kind of character I make, and add a bit of chaos to my streams. You'll also get some little information that I don't share with everyone else, like what I'll be doing for that 24-hour stream if I hit 100 followers. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to check out my channel here in the middle. If there's too much there and you don't know where to start, not a problem. Here on the right is a playlist of me playing a different game entirely. And if that's too much for you and if my stuff's not for you, but you stuck around anyway, here on the left's a playlist or a video you do things you will like. Stay safe, stay happy, stay crazy. Bye!